his head, and there he goes. Abyss gonna clean him up.
Olaf goes down. Everyone's just gonna line up here for Lazzy. He's gonna find himself the Quadra. Give it to him. Penta kill.
Priestley with the quad feed.
Gets the ace. Available, just spin to win all over.
That game was insane.
Good evening, Saints Nation. Welcome back here to the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel. Of course, your home for the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team, as we now have some action right around the corner here in the CollegiateR6 winter regular season. We go up against an old foe, up against the University of Akron. They've had our number the past couple times, but tonight I'm sure will be the night we see our Saints step up. Of course, my name is Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, your producer and host here for tonight's matchup. And it looks like these guys are just about good to go. Give them the go ahead, of course, as we are not just commentating, but controlling the lobby as well. So it's going to let them know that we are pretty much good to go. Starting LHF. Let's get ourselves into pick and bans. There we go. Yeah. So overall, in the past couple of times that these two teams have played each other, it's not exactly gone in the Saints' favor, and it's not necessarily have been close either. University of Akron, of course, past champs here in the CollegiateR6, so definitely a formidable foe, and Saints looking to take things into their own hands here today. Of course, before we do hop into game number one, a big thank you to the sponsors that make everything possible here on the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team, that being, of course, St. Clair College, Tim Hortons, PC Outlet, Suckelman School of Business and Information Technology, St. Clair College SRC, and St. Clair College Alumni Association. Thank you all for making this all possible. Now, without further ado, why don't we take a look and see what is getting picked and banned here for this first matchup. Of course, the maps here for today, it is going to start off here on Coastline. And going into game number 2, we're going to go to Cafe. Then if we go to game number 3, we're going to be on Oregon. And I mean, if you've been tuning into the Saints Rainbow Six matches, you know that Oregon makes me nervous for the side of St. Clair. Definitely not one of those maps that you really want to go to. Their Saints track record has not exactly been the strongest there. In regards to the bans, we have a couple different ones this time by. It's not just defaulting to Thatcher. In fact, Thatcher actually gets let through for the first time in an absolute eternity. I'm not sure if it's just because it's Coastline or what, but interesting enough. And here are the last. There we go. Of course, Saints going to be in the blue side of things. Going to be starting off on defense. And a pretty standard start, if I do say so myself, in regards to picks. And is Big Papa going to already give me a little bit of fan service? Absolutely. Capcan getting picked here by Big Papa. Playing with me already, apparently. Let's see if he can make this pick work. Start off on the hookah lounge, of course.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Curious as to see where he will actually put any of these traps, if he's going to hang on to them for a little bit later on or get them already pre-posted. Looks like I'm going to fire a couple of them down anyway.
Stay clear. 10 seconds left.
Meanwhile, on this, well, we do have ourselves the quickest of seconds. Sorry, just midst of setting everything up here. But of course, your University of Akron squad, let's take a look at them actually. We do have Surma, we have Arv, IMAT, Hennessy, and JetCon. Of course, a lot of familiar names from past seasons. Good to see everybody still keeping on and still sticking to Rainbow Six Siege. I know some people have themselves a little bit of a love-hate relationship here with this game, but these guys still sticking to it and keeping practice up. We do see Hennessy nearly spotted somebody out there. is going to open fire, but no contact. Never mind. Big Papa, that cap can is going to go down. Nitro Cell came out, but was not able to activate it. Kira actually going to find an elimination here on to IMAT. Or on its way, of course. Hennessy there on that buck, going to be able to do a little bit of rearranging. Hennessy going to find himself Chars. Take a look and see where everybody else is here on this side of Akron. Of course, making their way through. Surma is going to be the one with the diffuser in hand. They still have to make their way all the way up to the second floor. Get something started here. The Impact still alive up on the second floor, it looks like. We do have Zombie doing the Valkyrie. Playing essentially right by the bomb. Kira off into the stairwell. Might find somebody if he takes a look. Never mind, there is a wall there, so I kind of baited myself. Shots fired at Surma, actually. Barely going to get out with his life. Be forced to run aside. Going to actually drop the diffuser over to Hennessy instead. Considering the low HP on Surma, that was probably a wise move on the side of Akron. Shots fired at Impact, but he's going to take care of Arv. Nicely done there from him. Shots back and forth, however, and Impact is going to get tagged. Zombie Dude is there. Kira right around the corner as well. You're going to try and pick him back up, actually. Zombie Dude going to try and hold the fort for at least a second. Where is Hennessy and all this? Looking to slowly start making their way in. This is where the fact that they kept that smoke alive, they kept Impact in this game, now he gets to actually whip out all of these smoke grenades, stall this out a little bit longer, and it's absolutely perfect. He is going to go for the defuse plants anyway, and might be successful in sticking it. We'll see in just a moment. Those last couple smokes did not actually find their shot. So it's going to be up to Kira and Zombie Dude to make this happen. 2-on-2. Granted, Surma doesn't have a whole heck of a lot of HP left, but where are they planted? Are they ready to jump on this diffuser at a moment's notice? Kira walking through, doesn't realize there's a player literally right next to him, I do believe. Zombie Dude gets shot down, takes one down. Where Zombie Dude is down literally right in front of him. Where is Surma? They're going to try and pick them up and try to maybe do a bit of a split play here. Kira's going to go for the defuse in progress. Where is Zombie Dude, though? Beautifully done there for the Saints, but can they defuse in time? In fact, they're going to be able to. Solid defense for the Saints to start things off here, and I like the play there from Kira to pick Zombie Dude back up to help cover his defusing attempt. And by the time Surma made it through, I mean, he was already so wounded to begin with that there was nothing they can do. So Saints going to start things off right, get themselves on the board. Now, of course, as per usual here with our Saints streams, we do have ourselves a little bit of a mini game going on, and it is going to involve top fragging between two of the players who tend, or not top fragging, but KDA rather, between two players here on our St. Clair squad. Of course, I would go Saints player versus University of Akron player, but a lot of times I just see, since it is, of course, the Saints hometown stream, it's always pretty well Saints favored, and then nobody really votes anywhere, and we get kind of stuck. So I tended to go Saints versus Saints, and this time by the KDA is going to be versus Big Papa and Kira. And right now, if you voted Kira, you're off to a fantastic start. Of course, you'll be voting with the channel points that you earn just by tuning in to the stream. No purchases or anything necessary, and it's all just for fun in the end. It's not anything too crazy, at least right now. Of course, always looking for more fun things to do with those points too, so load up on them while you can.
5 seconds to go.
Now, looking at the next operator selection, we're going to see IMAT pick the Lion, which is going to be a little bit interesting. Don't get to see a whole heck of a lot of Lion nowadays. I'm going to start it off with the swing, and sure enough, going to spot somebody out, but I mean, they're pretty far away. That was a very, very early E1D pull. Curious as to what they, excuse me, what they could have even really got off that. Felt kind of wasteful. Now it makes definitely a lot of sense, and this is going to be 0 for 2 here for Big Papa. He should be able to get himself back up, however. Of course, he is playing the dock, so he's going to get himself back into the game, only to get blasted essentially right away by IMAT. So solid pick up there from him. Big Papa off to a bit of a slow start here in this game, but Kira picking up the slack here. Impact and Zombie Dude also find a couple eliminations for themselves so far in this game. Did he just kill himself via falling? That was interesting. Okay, then. That's definitely an unforced error. Matt in the chat definitely confused. He thought he was okay, but does have a teammate come pick him up, and they're going to be able to move on from there. Teammates giving him a hard time, of course. That's the beauty of these two teams. They've played each other so much that they've basically just banter with each other playfully, and yet they can even banter against each other playfully. Just have that kind of relationship. Good to see as we get ready for the last minute and a half here of this second round. No more. Actually, this confuses me here for IMAT. I mean, normally when you pick Lion, at least from what I understand, like, you pick him for the post plants, right? When you've got the diffuser down, then you have yourself at least one of those EUND charges available so that you can actually, like, call out all the players as they're moving in. But he just blew all of them so quickly that I don't know if he's going to actually find any value here with this operator pick, but they're going to get something started. Impact with the Nitro Cell, going to shut down Surma's attempt at a defuse plant. Arv, though, keeping the Hennessy player, or Hennessy alive, rather. The nice double kill is going to allow Hennessy to get that diffuser planted. Lots of wounded members on the side of University of Akron, but it is up against Zombie Dude and Chars, two of the newer players here on the St. Clair squad to make this one happen. Nitro Cell still in the pocket of Chars. If he can find the call-outs, he's going to try and go for it, but of course, a little bit blind. Not going to be able to find the mark that time by Zombie Dude. Opening fire, not going to find it. They do see, of course, where the diffuser is located. IMAT is going to blast Chars. It's a little bit aggressive. 1v3, Chars, or Zombie Dude rather, is getting mowed down, and IMAT may not have necessarily rocked the operator to its proper usage, but he's making up for it in gun skill. And it's a good thing that one of his teammates picked him up after falling, so he was still able to make a gigantic impact in that round, and we have ourselves a 1-1 game. Okay, now it may not necessarily be a cap can, but now Zombie Dude is playing the Frost. So this is an unusual pick. It's not like it's even 6-picked over or anything. This is just like plain as day. Like, hey, we're playing Frost. No sneak attacks. Just watch when you jump into windows, go through doors and whatnot. Of course, those bear traps instantly take you down, but not out. So a very deadly thing to fall into if you happen to get caught. Trying to see if maybe we'll see where Zombie Dude looks to plant one. He did plant one of those traps down already. Might hang on to it for a little bit later in the round, but we'll have to see momentarily.
Attackers are moving to defuse a bomb.
Actually, did we end up seeing it here? Not quite. Just taking a quick look. And the early E1D popping out once again. Just, I guess, if it's going to do one thing, it's going to call out anybody who's a little bit out of position, possible like roamer call out of someone who's still trying to get into position. And Hennessy might be able to find one. Again, that's going to be the E1D call. Spots one of the players. Hennessy going to make a move on in. Has somebody droning here for him. Possibly call him out, and sure enough, it's going to be Chars who's going to get caught out here by Hennessy. Good call out by the player of Akron on the drone. Kira, however, was the next one nearby, nearly finding himself caught out a little bit, down to about half health remaining.
Loading the magazine.
I'm at no charges left on the E1D once again. Just purely using that for entry, which is definitely different, but or was effective last time by, as we do see Kira actually going to find his 4th kill of the game by taking down Hennessy. 4 on 4. Still plenty of time left here for Akron to make a move. Flashbang not going to find its mark as intended. JetCon off to the side. As soon as I pull off Kira, it looks like it's actually going to be Surma who does find him around the corner. So solid job there, as IMAT might have spotted somebody just around the corner. It was very brief, very quick. Zombie Dude has been spotted out here by Arv on the drone. About a minute left to go. Arv making a move towards the bomb site. Of course, Surma's the one with the diffuser in hand, as IMAT alongside him as well. Just a matter of time. Air Jab's going to come in here too. Going to make it really difficult for the Saints to possibly get themselves in a position to retake. Absolutely all over the place, unless some of those ADSs took care of it. Big Papa going to find IMAT, so gets himself on the board, gets himself on the board again here. 2nd kill now of the round. Takes down Surma. 3 on 2 in the favor of St. Clair. They tend to thrive here in these last 20-second kind of engagements. It just seems to be a trait of Saints teams nowadays, where they just thrive in absolute chaos. However, JetCon is going to find Big Papa, but they still have to worry about the smoke, especially since some of them are a little bit wounded as is. 20 seconds left on the clock. A little bit of a late Ibana charge. Going to actually open fire here onto Zombie Dude. Nothing he can do there. He had 2 angles to worry about, which means this diffuser has to get planted. Where is Impact in all this? He is on the move. Spots out the person covering and knocks him down, actually. So still, diffuser does get planted last second, and they know where they are. Caught Impact sprinting, and Arv is going to finish that one off. Going to be them taking the lead now here in the game. 2-1. It's just one of those things, like when it gets down into the nitty-gritty of those very last-second intense situations, whoever sprints first, I feel like just straight up loses, because half the time, by the time you spot somebody out, you don't have enough time to actually even pull the gun out at all. You end up getting yourself blasted. Definitely what happened to Impact there. It was a valiant attempt nonetheless, but it's not going to work this time by. Now we're going to see the Ella come out here for Big Papa this time by, basically switching up operators pretty well every round here so far. Got himself 2 eliminations in that last round, so was getting something started, but maybe not as hot as he wants to be as of this moment. So we go back up to the 2nd floor. Of course, this is where the Saints were successfully able to hold. Right along here with Impact, as he does a little bit of redecorating with his shotgun. Of course, able to essentially make his team some doors by blowing some holes through with the shotgun. A little bit of sneaky little grenade holes as well, possibly. And just find himself a good position to get into the late games and start throwing some of those smokes down. Where's Char's at right now? Getting some of those Banshee devices out. Slow people who end up walking through that. Definitely quite useful. This time IMAT's not going to be on the line. Going to be switching on over to the Ash. Basically one of the queens of entry fragging here in Rainbow Six Siege. One of the players getting spot out actually here. Good call out here by JetCon. The sneaky drone position. And we see IMAT actually really tried to get himself a cheeky shot there, but not going to make contact. Therma inside starting to plant down some of those air jabs. Of course, we do see Zombie Dude actually getting open fired upon. What happened from the floor below, I think? Really a little worse for wear, staying there right by the B site. And JetCon actually is going to find the first elimination. Char's going down first once again. Pretty slow start here for Char's, unfortunately, for the side of the St. Clair squad. Impact spots out the X-Kairos coming out here from Arv. Knows that last time this happened, I think it was Zombie Dude who ended up getting blasted right away, so
Attackers bomb diffuser has been
trying to
dropped.
keep himself in a decent enough position that he doesn't get jumped upon. Con down below. IMAD actually from outside, or from the courtyard here, is going to take care of, I think that was Big Papa. So again, Ella's down, but those mines are still in effect, of course.
A bomb has been located.
And then, okay, shots from where? I have no idea, but Impact is going to find it. Maybe using the holes that Arv made against the Akron squad. Minute left to go. Surma, though, does find Kira. Some of the poison gases here from Impact are going to start coming out to play. Where is Zombie Dude? He actually finds JetCon, so the 2-on-3. Bit rough nonetheless. Zombie Dude definitely position exposed. Impact going to try and stall things out as best as possible. Flashbang not going to make contact. However, Diffuser is still going down. Where is Impact's smoke? It's not going to actually make contact with him. So this is going to go down. Zombie Dude, however, nice C4. A little bit late, but at least gets the kill. 2-on-2. Where is the post-plant positioning here from the side of the University of Akron? A little bit of an odd spot. Arv basically going full Spider-Man on this one. Will definitely be able to catch somebody going for that diffuser, and it's going to be a bit of an awkward angle for the Saints to try and find. Impact is going to get blasted, which means it's all down to Zombie Dude and Arv just in a perfect position. We saw it there, just a glimpse, but the amount of the fact that Arv was just barely even showing himself at all, like barely like the top of the sweater even exposed, yet he can still rain down upon you. Beautiful positioning there from the University of Akron as they take round number 4 and continue to take this lead further here. I know personally when watching some of the Saints matches, this seems to be a pattern where they take the first game, or take not the first game, but the first couple rounds, or first round in general, and then sometimes if it's a hard team, they just get completely run over after the fact. So hoping here for the St. Clair College squad that we'll see them switch it up a little bit. But this is definitely not what I would have expected. Oryx is being hovered, 6th pick more than likely. Not exactly the strongest of operators here in the game. Sure enough, going to switch it over to the Valkyrie, something a little bit more standard. As much as I would love to see the Kool-Aid Man come out to play, that is not going to be the case here this time by.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Just because he can come out to play doesn't mean he should, so to speak.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Deploying ADS. Razorwire going up.
Let's take a look at the scoreboard, shall we, real quick. In regards to overall, it's going to be Arv leading charge here across the game, shortly followed here by Impact, Kira, and then IMAC. Of course, though, I say time and time again here with these Rainbow Six Siege broadcasts that eliminations are just a piece of it. There, of course, is nothing on the scoreboard to account for information and callouts.
Jammer activated.
Now with this blue bar setup here, it's a little bit more exposed from the outside. So something that the University of Akron are definitely going to try and abuse here. We see JetCon trying to just work from the windowsill. That is going to be the X-Kairos charges, and it's going to be Cermak going to lead them in here. With the air jabs, try to cover up those doorways once again, of course. Those air jabs, if a Saints member runs through that, they're going to get absolutely knocked on their rear end, basically being open season here. Surma is actually currently was in progress of trying to get the defuse down. Taking a lot of heat here from Nitro Cells, and actually JetCon from the window again, just doing a ton of work. Chars, however, finding his way into this fight, and Impact as well, going to find Arv. Diffuser is down. Air jab does knock Big Papa on his rear, and that's going to end up meaning Impact goes down. It's going to be all up to Chars to try and get the double kill plus the defuse. A tall task indeed. Granted, both the members of Akron rather wounded, but Chars is going to make his position known. How is he going to try and calculate this one? Of course, has to go for it. It's not like he can save your gun or anything like this in Siege. No, you just you got to try and make the play, and I think he's running out of time. They're gonna run into an air jab as well, just gonna slow him down even more. User right around the corner. He's gonna try to sneaky defuse. He might actually stick this. He does get stunned up, however. He's going to have to try and go for the gunfight. It's too little, too late. It's going to be Akron with the solid job defending their diffuser as soon as they got that thing planted. Nicely done there from the University of Akron. Solid attempt there from Chars, but unfortunately, just too much time was killed before anything could actually go down. Another site, another new operator here for Big Papa as we hop on down to the first floor again. He's going to be picking up the key this time by. Gonna try this blue bar once again, it looks like.
Attackers have discovered the location of a bomb.
Deploying jammer. Stop worrying about grenade now.
10 seconds left before insertion. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
ADS deployed and ready to go.
Round 6 underway, just about halftime here in game number 1. Akron off to, of course, a fantastic start here, 4-1 in this first game. And considering majority of teams tend to like the defensive side of things better, this does make me nervous here for St. Clair moving forward. Started off so strong, but unfortunately, Akron just absolutely turned it on since round 2. You see Hennessy looking for feet. He might find it. He does take Zombie Dude down to about half. Solid jump. Not going to get the kill, but at least definitely going to make Zombie Dude think twice before sitting there on the castle. Does have his castle barricades out, but wants to stay around to obviously defend as much as possible. As we see multiple members here from the side of the University of Akron already moving forward with Surma basically leading the charge here alongside IMAT, I do believe. Surma definitely going to make himself, or make his presence rather known. It's Hennessy with him, actually.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Looking to make the move. Is Arv going to be blowing another hole here? Does still have a couple of Excaliburs still available. Did he spot the toe of Zombie Dude? Could have been an opportunity to get jumped on here. They are going to end up blowing through one of these barricades here from Zombie Dude. Take care of the castle barricade. There it goes. IMAT's still outside. Jetcon's still outside. And there's going to be Arv, actually. Does eventually find Zombie Dude. I believe that was another toe peek. Takes him down nicely. Sure, St. Clair does have the mute jammers here for impact, but as of right now, the squad on the side of Akron have been able to completely bypass that. Keep themselves in the game. We have the diffuser going down. IMAT barely going to take impact down. Hangs on by a thread. Diffuser is going to get stuck, so Saints now in the hot seat to try and move. They want to try and secure one more point here before halftime. Tall task indeed, and that's going to be IMAT getting the jump onto Kira. Nice job there. However, refrag here coming out from Chars is going to get taken down right away. That was Arv that found, no, it's Hennessy actually that found him. So it's going to be all down to Big Papa, who's kind of stuck on the high ground here to try and make something happen. Nitro Cell in hand's going to just yeet it out there, but it's not going to get anything but air, unfortunately, there for him. Shots fired from multiple angles, down to about 12 seconds left to go. This is definitely going to be too tall of a task, I think, for him to actually take down. He's going to find the one. No, Arv is just going to straight up turn around and do the solid backup here, as that was Hennessy getting jumped on. But before he could even get taken down, Arv is right there, ready for the finishing blow. And that's going to be 5-1 at the half. Tell you what, Akron has always looked extremely good, and they're picking up essentially right where they left off here. And now Imad apparently is a player after my own heart. Why is there so much Capcan lately? This is weird. Either people who have been tuning into the stream and have been actually, or people have been tuning into the stream and they know my personal preferences and they like to meme on me, or Capcan actually got good. Low-key, I hope Capcan actually got good. Maybe you'll see me personally playing a little bit of Rainbow Six Siege and blowing myself up on accident because I walked into my own trap. You know what, let's ride along fine now. What is he going to be doing here on this Capcan? Now, let's take a look actually at our prediction here, of course, with the channel points for game number 1. Of course, it was which Saints player will earn the higher KDA between Big Papa and Kira. As of right now, everybody who's voted Kira would be in the lead right now. And of course, that's going to be 66% of you, actually. Without further ado, let's hop into the attacker's point of view as the Saints on their way to try and make this attack stick. Trying to see if they can get themselves a couple of rounds on the board. That defensive side of things did not go in their favor in the slightest. And I mean, standard Saints play here would be, of course, waiting till the last 30 or 20 to 30 seconds to actually really make their move. Again, Chaotix play style and a little bit of a different operator selection compared to the attacking rounds from the side of University of Akron, as we do see Big Papa take down Arv. So that's a good, extremely good kill, actually, to start off this round. Going to keep on breaching through some of these soft walls, let the team in. They're going to start moving towards that A site. Big Papa is getting peppered, however. That would be from the Maestro cam, actually, from Surma. Big Papa getting peppered from the side as well. Somebody right around the corner, trying to see if we can find who that very well may be. Nobody home as of this moment, though. Big Papa hanging on by a thread. So Saints, player up for the moment. How do they opt to take this on? They're still just definitely going to take their time, of course. A minute 30, it might as well be 1 year in standard Saints play, which isn't a bad thing, do not get me wrong. Right by Big Papa, some sort of explosion happening. By impact as well, it's chunked down to about half. They find somebody from the floorboards. We know someone's just beside impact, actually, right by the hole above them. But of course, you will not know that. Peeking around, not going to find anybody as of this moment. So close to seeing a barrel of that rifle. And he looks down right at the wrong moment, unfortunately, there for impact. $50 seconds to go. Charles is going to get open fired upon here. And they honestly, they have to be careful. If they try to make a move too quickly and you run into a Capcan trap at this health, you're just dead, basically. Charles is going to get tagged. He almost had the jump on somebody, and that's going to be the Maestro cams coming in clutch here. But Big Papa going to come in and at least get the refrag. JetCon going to find the second kill here of the round. Kira going to answer back right away. And here we go. Last 30 seconds. Of course, it would be time to move. Reaching charge going to blow through the floor as well, considering that there's probably somebody with a nitro cell. That would probably be Hennessy right there. But it's going to get blasted from afar. It's going to be Surma on the Maestro, keeping this game within reach. Solid shot here from Kira. Kira with the double, whips a pistol out, and that is going to give Saints the win on the board, get them their second one after taking the operator who ran off to the outside and found the player looking to flank the player planting the diffuser. Perfectly done there for Kira. Nicely done by the Saints overall, and they're going to get themselves on the board for the first time in a while. Of course, for the Saints' sake, I hope it's not just, okay, we get one win at the start of the round, and then everything else goes into their favor. Seems to be the pattern, at least as of right now. Let's see if they can take this hookah lounge once again, as we see basically same picks coming out here for the side of the University of Akron. To be honest, it definitely wasn't a pick thing. It was more so just an unfortunate pick getting, or an unfortunate kill happening onto Arv nice and quick. Having no smoke in those last couple seconds definitely hurt. Having a smoke with all those canisters available when some teams are playing the last 20 to 30 second style and forcing, or it could force a stall out, which would definitely go into the defender's favor. But Arv going down so early when he did made it that much more difficult there for the side of Akron. Take a look at our scoreboard once again here. It's going to be Arv still leading in regards to the eliminations, but Kira, after that round, is going to bring it nice and close there. 8 compared to 7.
10 seconds to go. 5 seconds left before insertion. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
One thing that got me nervous there, so I think it was Zombie Dude opening fire there on one of the doors, but it just reminds me of a match that happened, I think it was 2 or 3 weeks ago, where I think it was Zombie Dude was testing the recoil on his gun and he accidentally shot Big Papa right in the back of the head right at the start of a round. It was definitely a funny moment that does not get brought up enough here at the Saints side of things. What is it? It's a mixture between the Big Papa getting shot from behind, or Tyler from Counter-Strike just stabbing his own teammate in the back while the game hasn't even really started yet. Some silly moments, of course, even in the heat of things in these competitive collegiate matches. Shots fired, don't see from where as of this moment. Okay, that's going to be IMAT actually taking some heat. Where the heck was he? He's going to be running through the halls, but does get out with his life. Big Papa pretty close to finding somebody. Zombie Dude going to get tagged up a little bit through the walls. He's going to have to definitely run for the hills there. Might have got called out by a camera or something. Impacting Kira. Buddy system all the way up to the top floor here. Going to make their move once again. Trying to draw fire here. When no fire was drawn, able to use his own grenade. Drone him in as well. Where's Zombie Dude? Find a shark from below. Not going to find anybody. Found his partner's drone, but that's about it. I like this angle here. If he can get the jump onto this player, in fact, he's going to be able to. Beautiful angle here from Zombie Dude. Absolutely making the sledge work for him. Exactly what you need to see here. Nicely done. He has no idea that that's a knee, is it? That is so close. Kira. Oh, no. Of course, we know for sure, but that's such the slightest of pixels. I do not blame him for missing that. I definitely would have probably missed that over and over again if I was the one playing. But now, we're in the last 20 seconds. Zombie Dude getting smoked a little bit by a stray Nitro Cell. Kira from below, we're going to see Chars try to get this thing planted. There's the Nitro Cell, sure enough, to make things difficult. That was from IMAP, and now it's going to be Impact trying to get this thing planted. Can they plant it through a smoke? Not going to be able to do so. It's going to get open fired upon. We have ourselves a loose diffuser, and that is going to mean that it's going to be Akron taking round number 8. And they try to make something work with the smoke, of course, but at the end of the day, the Nitro Cell just does so much AoE damage. It has such solid a range, rather, that you can just whip it into the middle of the smoke and you'll probably kill the other player on the other side. And then I like to follow up with what the Saints player did there. Saw somebody right beside them, tried to take him down, but even after taking that one down, there's still just too many members of Akron still alive. Match point now for the University of Akron. Just need one more solid round to move this into game number 2. Saints not going to try hookah again. We're going to be going to the first floor kitchen service entrance this time by. Instead of the vigil, they're going to take a more standard approach. We're going to go right back to the mute instead.
Defenders, protect
Fair
your bombs from
enough.
being defused by attackers.
Activate jammer. He is deployed and ready to go.
Right along here, actually, with IMAT. Where are some of these mute jammers going to go? So, of course, these mute jammers are just such a solid tool in Rainbow Six Siege. Just able to, of course, any drones that do drive by will get absolutely, like, they'll lose their signal and you won't be able to use them. But these things can also disrupt your breaching tools. Any sort of electronic that is
10
right
seconds left.
within range will fail to work. So things like they charge as ace, his breaching charges will not activate if you used it on something
Attackers are
that
heading out to defuse a bomb.
has been mute jammed. And actually, IMAT, what are you doing, my friend? I was about to switch off of you, but he's actually looking for a cheeky run out. He's going to sneak in, take it. He's going to get himself a double. It's such a good position to do so here on Coastline. That just lines him up for you almost. And Saints absolutely hurting now. Forced to take a different direction. Beautifully done there from IMAT. Still looking for more? No, he has retreated in. He's actually maybe looking for another doorway. He's really trying to commit to this here. And then Jetcon and Hennessy, they're nearby as well. Where's Jetcon? He's trying to call things out.
Reloading.
We go back. Of course, with Jetcon on the cameras, Matt will definitely know, at least roughly, where some of these players on the side of St. Clair have been coming from. Still up on the top side of things. Arv found himself a little bit of a murder hole to work with.
Swapping max.
Jump to the bottom floor now. Take a look at where our Saints are right now. Of course, it's definitely frustrating to have so many members, or have a single member even go down off the start. But to lose two in the way they did is definitely irritating. And sure enough, as soon as they jump on in here, so you spray and pray as much as you want, but there's just too much utility to go through. Arv is going to just gas out Chars, takes him down. Zombie Dude tries to get in there, but there's just too much. He can't even get the diffuser in this case. The defense here on the side of the University of Akron is absolutely clean. Love what I'm seeing here from this squad. We knew... Oh my gosh, IMAT, how did you spot that? Catches Zombie Dude through the drone hole again, which means it's going to be all up to Big Papa, who is going to go down, or not go down swinging, rather, is going to go down swinging, as it's going to be Jetcon to finish him off. But Big Papa did snag one, but it's going to be the University of Akron in game number 1. Quite convincing fashion as well, but it was kind of what we were worried about going up against past CollegiateR6 champions, here with it being, of course, the University of Akron. Let's take a look at final scores real quick as well. 11 kills onto Arv, 10 onto Matt. An absolutely destructive showing here from that duo. Then solid run here for Kira and Impact as well. But with the way that it did line up before we hop into the next lobby, if you voted for Kira in regards to Saints' best KDA, he went a flat 1. So that is going to be better than what Big Papa was able to pull off. So they are anyone who voted Kira, you are going to be the victor here of those channel points. Waiting to see what's up the players. It looks like we're going to take ourselves a very quick 5-minute break before we go into game number 2. And just going into, like, over that last game, just, again, like, Saints got themselves the first rounds off the start, but then instantly, University of Akron right there with the adjustments necessary to get themselves a very dominating position. Just keep on rolling through. Unfortunately, like, you can kind of see, like, a lot of the Saints were like sticking to the same things, but I know, like, looking at Big Papa was just constantly switching operators. I'm not sure if that was a specific for certain sites or if it was just trying to find something that was comfortable, but either way, it just looked like the Saints were completely uncomfortable that entire game. So hopefully for game 2 going into Cafe, which is of course another one of those maps that the Saints have played to death, we gotta hope that they can get this game number 2. Because like I was saying before, with game 3 being Oregon, it's another one of those maps that make them uncomfortable to begin with, let alone versus a team as good as the University of Akron. So, hang tight. We'll come back in 5 to catch the follow-up or not catch the follow-up, but to catch the start of game 2. We'll be right back.